So, hi everyone. Big change of topic. I hope you can digest that. My name is Raihan Kleinmann. I'm from T-Systems. My role is a tribe lead for Agile and New Work. Very long title, but my task is simple. I have to make, or our team has to make our company as agile as possible in the upcoming years. So it's actually a very simple task, but as you can see, it's still a big jungle of a transformation, because agility is a very, very tough task, and there is no right and wrong, and there is no like a waterfall program how you could manage that. And you would like to talk a little bit about that to you guys. And maybe, Jaqueline, you want to say hi too.
Yeah, welcome. I'm also part of the Agile Hub, and we are from HR, from the Project and Transformation team. And first of all, before we start to take you with us in the jungle of agility, we want to ask you, who of you is at the moment facing an agile transformation? Please just raise your hand. Okay, I would say more or less 50%. Okay. And who of you at the moment has a leader role? Please raise your hand. Again, more or less like 40-50%. And last question, who of you already took part in a training for agility? Yeah, I think it's less than before. Okay. Yeah, so now we will take you to our journey, and we will show you how we light the agile fire of the employees as well as of our leaders.
So maybe a few facts about T-Systems before I get into our journey. T-Systems is an IT service provider and also a consultancy. About 30,000 employees worldwide. We are operating in about 20 countries worldwide. Main focus is the DACH area, so that you guys have a little bit of understanding how big and broad our challenge is in this transformation. So there is 2017 as the starting point of our transformation, but we already had our first Scrum projects in 2008. So our first customer-driven projects in Scrum were very, very early. And our journey, especially from HR perspective, really started around the time I joined T-Systems. So one of my first tasks was to check what the business guys are doing there, because our different departments and business areas, they were doing their own Agile Scrum stuff. And my task was to check what's happening there and how HR could support that. And this is how we really started. We really went into our existing projects. We talked to our Agile experts, where we really had a lot. So our business is really ready and using those Agile methodologies already. So we went there, we checked, and what we realized is that there is not a common understanding about agility, because this wording, the word and the methodologies are so broad that everyone is coming up with their own definitions, with their own approaches, etc. So what we did is we collected all the insights and created something like an Agile pocket guide, explaining everything about agility in our company. We can also share that afterwards with you guys. So we have a customer version also available, and you guys can have access to that. So this is the very, very first and simple task we did. And then, of course, we had the challenge within our company that we had many, many hierarchy levels, and many org circles everywhere. So a lot of little organizational parts, and the challenge was to develop that actually. And we were asked to come up with an idea. Of course, we took the first step into creating a flexible organization based on the Spotify model. We did not copy that. We really had a lot of thinking about that, what makes sense for our organization, for our people. So we created really a very simplified model that helped our business to implement flexible organizational structures. That was like around between 2018, 2019, where that transition took place. So at the moment, we have like 70% of our organization worldwide in a flexible organization structures. Because why did we do that? Especially in the DACH area, it's also with the Workers' Council, it's not easy to flexibly move people from A to B and give them different tasks. And this flexible organization is really helping us in doing this. And there is another reason why we did that. We did that because we wanted to have people really focusing on the skill development and on the well-being of our people. And that's why we created the chapter lead role. So this role is only holding the disciplinary role and not anymore the functional role. So that's separated. There is always a chapter lead collecting the people and taking care of them, taking care of their skill development. And we have tribe leads, people like me, focusing on the functional topics. And this was really a very, very big step we took here with our organization, Workers' Council, everything. You guys can probably imagine what that means for a big company. And still working on that, so we're not there yet. But this chapter lead role is very crucial and also helping us in developing our skills and getting future-proof here. And in the further steps, we also created like a network of transformation leaders, I would say. We will explain that a little bit more here. So as you can see, there is no plan, a prescription how you can run an agile transformation in a company. We have watched many of our other companies' segments, and we realized, especially the moments where the big consultancies come in and tell you what to do and give you like a waterfall plan, this is not working. Many of those organizations, parts of those, are getting stuck at latest 2 years after a big top-down implementation. They get stuck. They realize that there are many aspects that are not covered there. So for an agile transformation, we really can say, make your own approach, think about your organization, look at your challenges, and create your very own approach. Do not take any consultancy top-down approach. And what we have here is different groups of people, especially the leaders in the agile transformation that we work with. So in the middle of all that network, we have the Agile Hub team. So that's our team, designing the transformation, designing all the enablings, designing the implementations, the change stories, everything that needs to be done centrally is done by us. And then we have our top management there. And somehow we managed to persuade them that this is a very important and crucial topic for our business, for the change of our company. And they are really closely working with us. They're giving, we can share, we have a round with them, we can share our ideas, we can share our impediments, and they really help us to solve those topics. And then there is a group of people called Agile Power Teams. Who's this? We came up overnight with that fancy name, actually, and it's giving them, the name is really giving them the power to do stuff that they need to do. And these are little transformation teams based in our different business units. So they get content and actions, everything from us centrally, and we work with them very closely and also in the implementation of agility in their areas. How we do that? We use OKRs, and especially shared OKRs to run this transformation with our little transformation teams in these units, and that's really helping us. OKRs is a very good tool in collecting joint tasks, making a good vision about that, and also heading for high goals, and also breaking it down into tasks. So it's really helpful for us in this transformation. It's an agile methodology that we also use in our transformation approach here. And then, of course, last but not least, we have agile guides. You might heard about agile coaches. It's the same. We have those people really in our business units, business areas, and they are taking care of the implementation really on team level and on individual level. So that's the whole range of transformation leaders we have supporting us in the agile transformation.
Yeah, so you see we have a lot of support. We are not alone, but we are also facing the Amazonas. So that means we need everybody. We need leaders, but also we need ambassadors, like we have, like our agile guides and power teams. But we need absolutely everybody to understand how the jungle works, because otherwise they would not survive it. That's why our first measurements was to really enable everybody and also to empower them. So we started to develop self-enabling journeys. These were like available for everybody, but also for different kind of maturity levels. Then we have trail marks. They are specially made for middle management. Then we have also role-based offers like workshops, trainings, and so on. So also for chapter leads, but also for product owner and scrum master. And last but not least, of course, for our top management, we have the Agile Certification Challenge. And now we would like to deep dive a little bit to show you how this really works. Our self-enabling journey, we made it simple because we were also asked, yeah, but which kind of platform do you use and how can you really give access to everybody? But we have our Agile learning journey in our very good social intranet platform. So we have like a PDF, very good made, with all consolidated different kind of information. And then you can use this interactively. And like you see it here, it's from 5 minutes to really 3.5 hours. So you can learn on demand, because this is really important. As we all know, we never have time to learn, right? We always say, yeah, I need to do this, but yeah, I'm too busy. That's why we developed it like this. And it's based on our compass, as you see here, this colorful circle, because we have integrated content from governance perspective, also org design, but way of working, mindset, leadership, and also people focus. And as you see here on the right-hand side, as Raihan mentioned already, it's the Agile Pocket Guide. I know maybe you think like, okay, what is this exactly? But it was downloaded in our company 25,000 times, because it's really collecting all information about agility and explains it in a very good, understandable way. And then we have the dev tree, because this is like a consolidation of different trainings. And as Raihan said, also our very huge OKR toolbox, because you know objective key results, is this, okay, I see a lot of you are making this, okay, super. Then I don't need to explain it. And yeah, so this is available for really everybody. And then middle management. Because they are very important, as you know. Sometimes the top management say, yeah, we do it, and then the middle management is like, yeah, okay, but now I have to deal with it, yeah? And so our CEO, he said, okay, this is our biggest challenge, yeah? Our biggest challenge is really to putting these into practice, and we need our leaders to be role models and to lead by example. So we made a big hiking tour with our middle management, of course virtual. And what we did is that, I show this to you here, it's like we work a lot with Miro. I don't know. Oh, no. We work a lot with Miro. Maybe you know this tool. Yeah, I also see. Okay, a lot of agreement. And so this is like 1 year. So they really have to learn 1 year, but not with that much time invest, because it's like you have one module per quarter, and then you invest like 8 hours. So it's really okay. And you start with the base camp, and so also to get to know the Agile guides, because the Agile guides provide the trail marks. So they are like also the buddies in this training. And then you have like a kick-off, lot of self-enabling time, but also always reflecting time with your team. And then you have like the travel campfire where you come together with your team. And what do they learn? At the beginning, they learn everything about retrospective, because only with this we can really continuously learn. And this is something that we really need to integrate in our daily business. It's not something that you do 1 time a year, no, because then your failures are taking too long time. So you really need to make the retro to fail fast and learn. And next thing is also efficient meetings. So I don't know, how much time do you invest days in meetings within a week? Just raise your hand and make your fingers like 1 day a week, like consolidated, or 2 days. How much time do you invest in meetings? 1 day, 3 days. My God, 2, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. And like more or less 60% is wasted time. This it is. Sometimes you get really headache in a meeting. So this is why we focused with our loop approach to efficient meeting structure. And then the next thing is growing together as a team, and then also empower the team. So really delegate decisions, because leaders have to delegate power, but also the employees have to learn that they now have more power. So this is really a big balance and a big change. And last but not least, also our OKRs is the last module. So this is for middle management, and now top management. Here we made an Agile certification challenge, because we know top leaders, they are also competitive. So here they had the possibility to compete against each other, because we had like a big Kanban board, and all of the leaders, they had like an own swim lane. So that means they saw where each other were and how much the others achieved already. So this really triggered them in their motivation. And they could choose if they want to make a Scrum Master training, product owner, or Agile leader. And then we had different kind of games, we had challenges, we have also mock exams, we have quizzes. And all in all, it took 4 weeks. So they had a fixed time frame, 4 weeks, but they could do it whenever they wanted. And at the end, we certified 30 of our top managers out of 50. So this was really a big achievement. Yeah, this is what we've done so far, so only a small part. But what are we facing now?
Yeah, you guys heard. We've done a lot. We only, of course, shared our HR tools that we provided. Of course, there was much more around that. And at the moment, and what we have reached is that we have created really good Agile islands in our company. So we did not have a top-down approach. We did it bottom-up, really driven from our business, driven from our customers, but now we have those islands and they're not connected. And at the moment we are really in the step of designing agility at enterprise level for our company. And of course, this again will be based on all the practices, all the frameworks that are there for team level, and we will apply them at the company level. And we are heading to implement enterprise agility based on SAFe. You might have heard about SAFe. That's really a big framework how an organization can arrange in an agile way. What we will not do is like take the SAFe framework and implement it one-to-one to our company and to our challenges. We are going to take out a few of the key pillars and really checking where they make sense. One of them, for example, that you can imagine what is behind that is lean portfolio management. That's a methodology how you can align your little portfolio clusters or service clusters to the strategy of it, to the implementation of it. So we will really focus, for example, on this topic, and we'll step by step go ahead and implement that in our company. And this will be one of the key levers to connect our agile islands and have a structured approach across the whole company. That's just an example. We will also go into more value stream orientation, so really looking at the whole process from the first customer touch point until the last one where we deliver. And we will also check how those processes can be more agile and more customer-centric. So this is also another big topic that we will take care of, and a few more. But really applying the team level agility at company level will drive our next steps of the agile transformation. Now you also might be interested in, did our leaders catch the fire of agility? How is it working so far? Maybe we really have a team of our top leaders sitting in a Change and Agile Council, it's called, and with them we are very, very closely working on the agile transformation, but also on our culture transformation, where we focus on, of course, agile mindset, and also helping these top management helping us in driving the transformation. So they caught the fire. Are they all there yet? Of course not. That's a process, just the data to have in mind to get a company of our size really into an agile mode. At company level, there are studies saying it will take about 8 years. So working on this. So hopefully in a few years we have managed to really embed agility at enterprise level. And now a few learnings about our transformation so far. And what's key for you also to keep in mind. Since we have many leaders here, you guys can take the most important role also in your companies here. We realized that management is really key. Of course, you can run stuff bottom up. You can have Scrum projects, Scrum programs, teams that are really working with OKRs, for example, but the management can kill all that. Because there are certain barriers that the team cannot cross. And if you don't have the top management on board helping those teams, this transformation will not work at all. So it's very important that the top management is there on board, but also especially our middle management, because they are like really the ones bringing everything also to the team level. And then the next one is be brave and start. So we shared a few of our approaches with you guys to drive the transformation. but there are many, many more we tried and they did not work. But you have to try, if you have a good idea, just try and check at a very, very early stage if it's working or not. So that's very important because yeah, especially based on your company, no one will tell you this is the right way and that's not. So being brave and trying it is very important. And then also, I mean, sometimes people look at us, what, HR is driving agile transformation for the company? That's strange. Yeah, I mean, we're not the classical HR people first. And then also, yes, HR can do these, can run these transformations, but we listen. We listen to our business, we talk to them. There are no products that we have developed by ourselves, only in our little HR central island. We really closely work with our people, with our business, we check the demands, and then of course, we do pilots and then we scale everything we do. So that's very, very important. And then also mistakes are okay, but fail early. I tried to explain that already. So in the whole approach, but also in trying to explain, for example, I'll take out an example, in trying to explain enterprise agility to our managers or to our top leaders, we did a few mistakes, I would say, because they were asking us, I mean, enterprise agility is a whole approach, how you can arrange a whole company in a different way, and they asked us like, can you do that in 30 minutes? And we were like, well, thank God, we got 30 minutes, we'll use them, and try to explain. Did not work. It was really a tough one, and we did not get to really getting the story to them and getting them on board. And it took us like 2 months in iterations to work with them, and again, and now we're there yet. Most of them got it, and now we can start really working on the concept and on the implementation. So try and fail fast. And then also involve the internal experts. This is also, the idea behind that is also, if you are for agile transformations, most of the companies, they hire really big consultancies, a lot of coaches, and money here and money there. It's very important that you also focus using your own energies that you have in your company. So look for the right people to give them the right roles. Do not get everything from outside. Enable your people at a very early stage and choose the right ones to do that. For example, that was not with us, but I'll share this example here. Many companies, they tend to, if they want to implement Scrum and have Scrum Masters there, a lot of them, they use the assistants to enable them and have them as Scrum Masters in the teams. And this is not the right person to have as a Scrum Master in the team. And you really have to check which roles I want to have internally and which people I enable to do this. So that's very, very important, because if you put the whole focus on the external and getting everything from outside, you will not be able to manage that yourself even after 2 or 3 years. So focus on involving your own internal experts. That might save also a little bit of money. Yeah, and that's actually it. Yeah, our agile transformation jungle. I hope you guys had a few insights. Happy to share a few more afterwards, also in the discussion round. And then, yeah, we have linked our LinkedIn page and also to our Agile Hub FMB. So if you have any questions, always happy to answer and help you.